out Puff with the fares. The neutral in this matchup is very, very challenging if Marth is playing it correctly, so it would not surprise me if KoDoRiN ends up doing it, but we'll see what Eve has got. I know that Eve plays with Warmer a lot, and Warmer, she has a very strong Puff as well. And they both talk about like these kinds of matchups and stuff a bunch. So
yeah, we got a couple of sets with Warmer earlier. Very impressive player. I was very impressed by Warmer. She's great.
And Warmer's also from Calvar's region too, so I'm sure that they have played
that too
at some point.
But here we are, about 30 seconds here into this first game, and KoDoRiN already got Eve on the back foot.
Speaking of the back foot, hits a clean back air into an up air, and
Seriously.
Eve now is center stage, and a CC down smash, and
just
KoDoRiN could actually just die off
this.
Just
a raw forward smash in the middle of the stage to Marth Killer, as we've seen in this matchup 100 times at high level play.
And
oh my god!
Crouch into rest, explosive on Eve's part.
Just the no setup big moves from Eve has been huge so far in this set. We're only 50 seconds in, but
listen here, you big dumb Marth. You're gonna run in and try to grab me. I'm just gonna crouch and rest you. I'm making a statement. I don't care if you're top 10. This is my region, and let me show you why we're the best.
And that's what I do, baby.
I definitely heard the crowd pop off a bunch when Eve landed that rest, so I'm sure the crowd's on her side right now.
I can't believe Eve is still up in this set, too. Anything she got off that anything else was just gravy on the cake.
Just crouching menacingly, waiting for KoDoRiN to try to run in and grab.
It's
KoDoRiN realizes this and is now opting to go for these fares and try to mix up with like overshoot Nair. And Eve is taking a bunch of damage, but isn't taking any like big hits.
Well, that's the thing about Puff, right, is that you can do that up to a certain extent. And then once you get to about this percent, you suddenly have to start being more concerned. But luckily for Eve, Marth is not that character.
Yeah.
Marth is not the character that randomly hits you with a move at 50 and kills you out of nowhere unless you get hit by like a crazy tipper forward smash. And that just it doesn't happen a lot at this level, right?
I think that KoDoRiN has controlled neutral for most of the game, but I think Eve's punish, from what I've seen against Marth, seems to be like really good.
And Eve's just chipping away so casually too.
Yeah,
like,
and that's what you got to do.
Every time she does take a big hit, she's in no hurry to get retaliation or try to put herself back into a good position. She just keeps playing her game and stays dedicated to this chipping away with the back air, the fares, until you're in that ideal punish percent.
Exactly. So up 123% right now to 20, but if she's able to land like one or two more big hits, this could be pretty dangerous for KoDoRiN.
Right, this is that percent, especially against Marth, where Marth starts really scratching his head, right?
Yeah.
He's really got to find something to hit you with. Usually it's going to be up tilt. On this stage, it's harder.
Oh, this could be huge weight. Never mind. Is able to get back to stage.
And now the positional battle has been like kind of lost to Eve. Like, getting forced into that situation where you're on the ledge and have to get over Marth, that's giving him prime fodder to up tilt you.
Exactly. And also, Eve has got him back to stage multiple times with his pounding near the ledge. And this could be huge.
And that's kind of rare, right? Like, that's something you would see normally at like a lower level of play. For it to be working on somebody like KoDoRiN is pretty impressive.
I mean, you got to prove that you can, beat the mix-up. And KoDoRiN has shown that he cannot beat
timing beats speed, right?
Exactly.
And timing beats frame data, too. So, like, if you time things in a certain way, it doesn't really matter if their move's not out anymore. They can't stop you from doing it.
Exactly. And KoDoRiN, I don't think that was meant to be an F smash, and Eve will definitely counter hit off of it. 106 to 92%. This is a very, very even game right now.
Yeah, it's dead even here as we go into this last stock, getting ready to go into this last stock here in the first game.
I really like what Eve's been doing when KoDoRiN's in shield on platform. So Eve has been throwing out fair to push KoDoRiN off stage and then throwing out an aerial where KoDoRiN will land, because Marth doesn't really have like an easy landing aerial that he can throw out to prevent Puff from attacking again. So Eve is basically forcing a slide off and then aerialing to cover the area where KoDoRiN will have to slide off to.
Yeah, you could use fair in that situation, but fair's got so much ending, not lag, but ending animation that it's like
if you mess
they
up,
can slide in and get punished. Right, exactly. And KoDoRiN really racking up the damage here on this last stock, trying to put a nail in the coffin on this first game.
And it could still be scary. I mean, if Eve lands the stock, one big rest will end the game.
Brilliant.
Beautiful power shield also on Eve's part. But the landing dare on KoDoRiN, and that's just a raw up smash. Knows KoDoRiN's going to run past, and
underrated move from Puff mains.
100%.
Hungerbox kind of put it on the map, and I don't see a lot of Puff mains going for it. But it is pretty nice and can kill these floatier characters early.
Yep. Eve using these CCs, making sure that she's unable to get grabbed, and
Eve perfectly power shielded that down tilt, but down tilt's such a good move that it just didn't matter.
Yeah.
She got punished for down tilting it by the second down tilt.
Oh my God!
Roll rest!
What a read! Eve on the board!
What?
Oh my God!
What a raw...
What was that, Eve?
You know exactly what that was. That was that raw, just in-your-face rest that, man, that will reset the momentum in a set so quickly. And now you got to think Eve is feeling herself after that one.
Wow, what an insane display of just understanding of neutral there. Like,
but to go
what
for
was
that, but to go for that on the last stop.
I mean, you got to go for some crazy stuff if you want to, you know, take the game when you're such high percent. And Eve did it. The risk reward was in her favor.
Wow, I can't believe Eve hit that rest and is up one game on KoDoRiN here as we go into his counter pick on
Are we going to get 2 big upsets in a row?
That would be nuts.
We'll see what happens.
We'll see. That's what I love about this game, baby. It's always
beautiful,
evolving.
Beautiful. So just crouches and then wave dashes behind KoDoRiN dashing forward to maintain center stage. I mean, dies too, but it's just those little micro interactions. It's just, you can see that Eve really knows what she is doing in this matchup and has a lot of experience in it.
Going back to the well with that nair is KoDoRiN. It's starting to work for him. He's starting to connect with that nair more and more on Eve as the set goes on.
Mm-hmm. And KoDoRiN waits out the spot dodge on the Eve's part, gets a clean forward throw into Tipper F smash, and now KoDoRiN is looking like...
This game's looking like all KoDoRiN so far.
Yeah, this is definitely KoDoRiN's game to lose at this point. I mean...
FT's a little tough though, right?
Yeah, the backer sends back on stage and just lands an F smash.
That's
it's
just
like
good DI.
Yeah.
That's just good SDI, putting yourself in the right position, and then that little bit of misfortune for Eve.
It's like, even if you get a big rest as Puff right now, like, you just tank so much percent off of it, and KoDoRiN's doing an amazing job at staying alive and not getting hit by these like aerials that Eve is throwing out.
Right. Plus, if you do it anywhere but in the center of the stage, you're going to get reverse dolphin slash when he comes back.
Exactly.
I thought that was another rest, but so did KoDoRiN because he kind of hesitated a little bit and pays for it by taking an up smash. But FD's
even
great.
if you're Eve, like if you rest, like you just die. You know.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's one of those things where it's like you've got to kind of nice.
I'm surprised that KoDoRiN didn't tech that. But,
well, I mean, how many people are going to prioritize?
Yeah,
prioritize putting you back that way instead of just fairing you or nairing you. I'm pretty sure he probably thought the nair was coming, but falling nair would have sealed.
And the nair,
Eve's
the
fate.
classic nair from KoDoRiN part will catch Eve on the side B. So KoDoRiN is definitely starting to adapt to these side Bs that Eve is putting out and uses forward tilt, interestingly enough, to try to get rid of some of Eve's jumps.
Well, at that point, you're just like farming for them, right? Nice crouch cancel on the dancing blade. Even at 140%, that works.
Eve trying to roll around, maybe get a rest, but as long as KoDoRiN just keeps walling her out and is able to just continuously throw out like aerial or tilt,
it's a little bit easier on the stage.
Yeah, it's also a lot easier because there's no platforms. But eventually, Eve's just going to die from a straight hit, and now it's somewhat of an uphill battle.
Yeah.
Eve, you could say that it's a little uphill.
It's kind of tough for Puff to get back into a match like this when she's down by this much. She's just not a great character at taking a lead back.
Yeah, it's definitely challenging because even if you hit like a really good rest, it's like Marth can still just get a guaranteed counter on you.
I was about to say, he's going to come down and definitely hit you with a super strong move unless you kill him off the top.
And even now, like, you might not even be able to rest anymore.
Exactly,
so.
That's right. Because like we were saying, he comes back with that reverse dolphin and you're just done. And it's looking like all KoDoRiN up 3 character heads to 1.
Yeah, the 3-headed monster Ghidorah right now up against the singular balloon. I can't do this. Anyway, this looks like KoDoRiN's game to win.
Yep, and like you said, the counter pick's paying dividends, but he's also adjusting very well.
So I'm very interested
up tilt. Very interested to see how this boils down on Dreamland because that's where we're going. So I'm kind of.
Well, there's a ban.
There is a ban. You're right. It's not best of 5 yet.
I don't think we're going to Dreamland.
Well, then I guess we'll be going to
maybe
say FOD.
I think FOD ends up being the pick here. I don't see a world where Eve does not like. I don't see a world where KoDoRiN bans Dreamland. So yeah, Fountain of Dreams, which could also be scary for Puff too.
Scary, yes, yeah, it can be.
The platforms are at a really good height for Puff to get like caught in a platform in a tech situation and just get ripped in half by an F smash.
But if you can play like you did in the first game and take your Puff to a very high percent, up tilt goes off the table for a little bit longer on the stage, right? So if that's the only move he's killing you with, this is a great counter pick.
And Eve kind of a little bit antsy on this roll-up, and KoDoRiN is ready for it and just gets back to stage, but tries to get grabbed. Doesn't go for an up smash or anything.
A little greedy, but KoDoRiN's making Eve pay.
This could be huge. Just crouches under the grab and just gets raw drill up smash that will not kill quite yet, but it's good percent. But the thing is, it's a little scary is that Eve was up a pretty considerable amount and is kind of having this lead brought back by KoDoRiN. Also, twice now, beautiful, what is it, forward throw F smash.
Caught him on the platform coming up there.
So I've noticed that both times that Eve has been trying to edge our KoDoRiN, she has rolled up really, really early. And KoDoRiN has not needed to play a mix-up game. KoDoRiN is kind of just like chilling. It's like, okay, you're just going to roll up. You're afraid of me.
That's true. That's true.
And I want to see Eve hold or refresh ledge. Because
that's the Puff thing to do in this matchup is to refresh.
Yeah, and waits for it a little bit later, and then KoDoRiN dies.
She has a nice little Marth killer there, though, to put her back into stock contention.
Yep. Tried to crouch cancel, do some cheeky rush, something like that, and KoDoRiN is living for it.
Yeah, KoDoRiN's moving now on this dash dance, too, which we didn't really see KoDoRiN using earlier in the set. It was a lot of dash dance variation.
But this isn't over for Eve quite yet. I mean, still 99%, still even stocks, and rest is still very, very much on the table right now.
Yeah, it is. It never is off the table. Oh,
wow, the Phantom rest.
Oh,
so unfortunate for the Eve fans.
El Fantismo, and the crowd goes mild after that one.
And now it's looking like KoDoRiN is having all this momentum right now off that. I mean, the mental damage,
when
like,
that happens,
I landed the rest, and I got nothing off of it.
Oh, and then when that happens, too, in KoDoRiN's shoes, I feel so refreshed as a player. Like, I'm just like, oh, it's gone. The threat of rest is now gone for now.
I mean, Eve's doing a pretty good job right now. Even stocks.
But this is how she has
crowd
to play.
Popping off.
She's put herself in a position where she has to play this good to even compete in this set.
And KoDoRiN has also seen in the past. Eve has made crazy comebacks before. Like, you cannot be happy and satisfied with the lead. Yeah,
Think
exactly.
Going back to that first game here.
Exactly, that first game. So this is huge.
Yeah, and
you need this kill
honestly,
right now.
just a little too anxious to get the crouch cancel. Just a little too predictable with what she desires in that situation.
Yeah.
And that nair is great for KoDoRiN.
Tanks the F smash. What's going to happen? Waits out the jump, but doesn't get anything super big off of it.
If you're going to just take the 20-30% for the forward smash, you've got to follow up with a kill. You've got to, because now any percent that KoDoRiN's able to squeeze out.
Grab.
Amazing power shield too, by the way.
And re-grabs the ledge.
Amazing play.
Game 3 last stock again.
I take back everything I said about Eve. She's genius.
That's crazy. What's going to happen? A clean nair on KoDoRiN's part.
Oh, man.
The grab, and
KoDoRiN's like a shark with that forward smash.
But you got to remember what happened first game. You cannot be content if you're KoDoRiN right now. You are not going to the game's over.
Oh, yeah. He doesn't want to do it. He doesn't want to be too predictable with it because he does not want to pay again.
Exactly.
Even at 0%, he's scared of that rest.
Power shields the down smash or down air.
Wow.
This is huge. Tries to get an up tilt rest, but doesn't land the up tilt.
But this is the kind of play, right?
Wait, this is huge. Gets the grab.
Oh, forward tilt tipper.
This will not kill though.
Of course, yeah.
But of course, like as you're building up this percent, eventually side B into up tilt's going to kill, and it becomes a lot scarier.
Oh, he's a little too.
And this crowd cancels the F smash, and KoDoRiN takes it. Game 3 last stock. Keeps it together
on that last second.
Not repeating game 1. It's like, you got me there, you're not getting me again.
He started to be a little too happy with the forward smash, and then he just reeled it back in. It was like, wait, let me go to center stage, and then I'll throw out the forward smash. I don't want to throw it out here because that's what happened in the first game. So that adjustment from KoDoRiN, showing that veteran savviness that he's so well known for now. Oh, man. What a great set.
Absolutely. I mean, we've just had the pleasure of watching those two back-to-back. So,